Alright, so here we're going to look at number 20 here for scientific notation. So we have our first problem is multiplication. So what we're going to do first is multiply our 4 and our 8, which gives us 32. And then we're going to do our exponents on for -3 and 7. So we know we're going to have a times 10. And then we're going to add those together because we're doing multiplication. Okay, so -3 plus 7 gives us 4. And then we're not done yet because we need to put this in scientific notation. So we have right now our decimal is here, and we need to move that one spot over. So we're going to have 3.2 times 10. And because we made our number smaller, because we went from 32 to 3.2, we're going to make our exponent 1 bigger, which gives us 3.2 times 10 to the 5th. Okay? Now we're going to scroll over to number 21. A very similar problem. We're going to start out, we're going to multiply our first numbers, 9 and 6. Okay? So that is going to give us 54. Okay, and then we have our times 10. We're gonna look at our exponents here. We have a -12 and a -7. So if we add those together, -7 plus a -12 gives us -19. Okay, and then again, we need to put this into scientific notation. So as of right now, our decimal is there. We need to move that one spot over because, again, this first spot here has to be through 1 and 5 with the decimal right next to it, or 1 and 9, excuse me. So it's going to be 5.4 times 10. And again, we made this smaller, so we have to make this bigger, -18. There's number 21. Scroll over to number 20, our second 21 apparently. Okay, so now we're working with division this time. So again, just like we did with multiplication, we're going to divide our first numbers, or use our first numbers first. So 12 and 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, and then we're going to look at our exponents. We have 2 and 9. And just like with exponents, normal exponent rules, we're going to subtract. So 2 minus 9 is going to give us a -7. And we can leave our answer just like that because we're already in scientific notation. And again, when we're in scientific notation, we don't have to worry about negative exponents. Okay, and finally, we're going to go down to number 22. So we have astronomers measure large distances in light years. 1 light year is the distance that light can travel in 1 year, or approximately 5.88 times 10 to the 12th miles. Suppose a star is 6.7 times 10 to the second light years from Earth. In scientific notation, approximate how many miles it is. Choose your answer. Okay, so we have two numbers in this case here. We have 5.88 times 10 to the 12th and 6.7 times 10 to the second. Okay, so we know that our speed of light is 5.8 times 10 to the 12th, and we're going 6.7 times 10 to the 2 light years from Earth. So we're going to multiply these together. So zoom in here. We're going to do 5.88 times 10 to the 12th multiply that with 6.7 times 10 to the second. Okay, now we're just on the normal multiplication problem. Okay, so we're going to multiply our first numbers, 5.88 and 6.7, and that gives us 39.396. Okay. And we have an exponent of 12 here and of 2 here. So we're going to have times 10 to the 14, because again, when we're multiplying, we add our exponents. Okay. And then we still have to do one more step because we're not in scientific notation, because our decimal is here right now. We need to move it one spot over. So we're going to end up with 3.93 and 6 times 10. We moved it, made this smaller, went from 39 to 3.9. So we're going to make this bigger, to the 15, and that gives us letter C. And there you have it.